What's the best thing that happened to you in Truth or Dare? Shari was dared to spend 10 minutes in a dark room, nearby den, with the guy of her choice. She chose me. Turned out to be a setup. Her best friend knew that Shari had a crush on me and made this happen. Anyway, it was the hottest, fastest makeout session to date for me. We were both naked above the waist and she had her hand in my zipper. At 10 minutes there was an unwelcome knock on the door. How were Shari's berries? In the 7th or 8th grade, I was going back and forth with my friend with a bunch of risque dares. Flash your boobs, show her my dick, make out with each other, dry hump, etc. I eventually just went for it and dared her to blow me and she did it. I remember being so hard that I barely even felt anything, initially. I found out a girl I had a crush on me. In high school I was offered $50 to streak through a soccer game. Friend parked car on one side, I ran through. As I approach car close it drives off. So up. Then I was left naked without anything nearby to assist. It was reasonably dark so I kinda just snuck to my friend's house which was only 5 minutes away or so. I did get the $50 upon my return. I was playing Truth or Dare with my sister's friends and I dared one of them to do something and after one of them says, "You could have dared someone to kiss you and you would have gotten your first kiss." That immediately set a light off in my head and later in the night I asked if I could kiss her and I did. So I got to kiss a really pretty girl. I'm way late but the first day I met my wife we played a game of Truth or Dare. She asked me, "Truth, what kind of clothes on a girl do you like?" Then the next day she showed up to my house in those clothes. "So what kind do you like?" "Winnie the Pooh, red shirt, no pants." The best thing was getting my lap sat on by my crush and a kiss on the cheek from her. My friend dared the girl I had a crush on to kiss me. She stared at me and said, "I can't do it, he's too ugly," and the other girls said the same thing. I ended up being ignored for the rest of the game. Good time. Edit. I was 12 when it happened. That event was one of the reasons why I grew up with low self-esteem. I'm over it now, but talking about it made me feel better as I never mentioned this tragedy before. Thanks, y'all. Peas. That girl I had a crush on tried to hit on me last year and with that time worked out well on you kinda thought. Was sitting outside at a college campus and was dared to yell "I love you" to the next person I saw. I did and this dude yells it back and keeps walking. We go back and forth getting louder and louder as he walks off. Best reaction ever. I was about 12 at a friend's sleepover. I was dared to go home by a kid who didn't like me too much. I walked the 2 miles home and as I came to my driveway my older brother had just pulled in. He had 3 baby raccoons with him because he had hit their mother while delivering pizza. I got to spend the rest of the night with him. 3 raccoons and a cheese and pepperoni pizza watching Nightmare on Elm Street. Was dared to catch a frisbee in my teeth from across the yard. So, walked outside and across the yard. Girl wound up, threw the frisbee, figured this ought to be funny when it bounces off my face, and as a total freaking fluke, actually caught it in my teeth. Similar story. I was the annoying kid in 6th grade and my friends bullied me. Once some kid was talking shit so we started arguing. Then he threw a grape at me. I caught that shit in my teeth without breaking eye contact. I have never been so powerful. I wasn't even playing and someone dared a girl I liked to kiss me. That someone became a very good friend. This happened to me. Only she begged for another dare and got mad when they wouldn't give her one. Instead she kissed my cheek and said, "That's all you're getting." A long time ago, when I attended a high school very far away, I was sleeping on a bus trip when a very hot girl leaned over me and kissed me. With tongue. Without saying a word. About 5 seconds later I realized the cool kids were playing Truth or Dare in the back of the bus. In high school, I was dared to play gay chicken, which is where 2 straight guys pretend to be gay, and the first one to chicken out loses. The other guy and I are both really stubborn, and neither one of us wanted to lose. We've been married 14 years and we run a bed and breakfast in Vermont without adopted daughter. If that dude doesn't chicken out soon, I'm going to start to suspect that he's actually gay. In 8th grade I was dared to show this girl my dick. We went to a bathroom. I was 13 and horny so I had a hard on. I pointed it down and she didn't know the difference. She told her friends later and I kinda got a reputation of having a big dick even though I'm completely average. I got to see my friend's sister's boobs and watch him lick an electric fence all in the same day. We dared this girl to give a friend of mine a lap dance using the first song that came up when he shuffled his entire song library. Seems pretty normal until she had to give a 3-minute lap dance to Cats in the Cradle. My buddy dared me to lick chocolate syrup off his girlfriend's nipples. A swinger today then? He is. She isn't. They broke up like 4-5 years ago. Crush sat on my lap the rest of the game. My lil soldier had a hard time staying focused. Good times though. Best and worst feeling ever. Don't pop a boner. Don't pop a boner. Lol. I had some chick sit on my lap. She had some extremely thin gum shorts and I had regular gym shorts on at a school football game. There was no avoiding it. But her response? She sent it right on my lap instead of sitting on my knee leg. Frap it. Might as well let it ride lol. I got to grab a girl's boob. Under the shirt. I was 16 and it was awesome. Was it like a bag of sand? You've shifted all the buckwheat around. I got to motorboat a girl's tits. It was in a hotel during a school sport trip. My best friend knew I liked her and did me a solid. After reading all of this I've decided frap Tinder meet me, I'm going to make a truth or dare app. Got dared to ignore getting tits rubbed in my face for a minute. Yeah boy, can poker face like a champion. Best minute of my teenage life. Can I learn this power? The thought of if I react to this, it's going to stop is an incredibly powerful motivator. So not best, but a truth or dare story nonetheless. 5th grade. Crush gets dared to kiss me. Crush looks at me and goes, "You were gross." He's fat, and that was that. If this is going to be copy and pasted in a BuzzFeed article, please include this. Screw you, Larry. I dared a girl I was hot for to give me a big fat kiss. Our 14th wedding anniversary was last week. I was at work, high school job at a department store, and the 4 of us in my department were playing truth or dare, mostly dumb work stuff like go mix up those shirts. Someone dared the girl who had a rep as being experienced, who was a couple years older than me, to give me a blowjob. She told me to take break with her. I played along. We went to her car. She actually blew me in the store parking lot. I went to an acquaintance's birthday. We spoke maybe 10 times prior. After a while she was down to just her bra and panties. That's when she was dared to seduce me. Well, she was kind of awkward, so her version of seduction was just to tackle me while we were both near naked. That was a great night and we're celebrating our 1st year of marriage next weekend. I was a late bloomer in high school. By the time I realized I may be attractive to anyone, it was over. Our senior year party for an art magnet school, we played this. A girl I had a fairly solid crush on, popular, cheerleader, a good friend, was asked who she had fantasized about, and I was the answer. 1. Blew my mind. 2. Gave me the guts to ask her out. 3. It was a horribly awkward silly lunch date. 4. Built my confidence a lot heading into college. A silly story, but it was a good one. I chose truth every time because I was super boring and had nothing to hide. I got made fun of that weekend, but Monday morning the nasty wannabe popular bitch went around spreading everyone's secrets and the ridiculous dares they did. Everyone except me. Boring for the win. My then girlfriend dared our friend to do some sex stuff with me. I ended up leaving then GF for that girl. Me and that girl have now been together for 8 years, married for 3, have a beautiful daughter and hopefully another on the way soon. Best truth or dare game ever. I had invited all of my co-workers over to my parents' house after work, including my crush. I was 19 at the time. The night was dying down and I drunkenly told my friend I was crushing hard. He said, "I got you." It was me, him, his GF and my crush, and he started daring all of us to do really sexually charged things. Moon. Get naked. Moan etc. His GF then dared her to kiss me, which she did. He then dared her to have sex with me, which she did. This was all consensual BTW. The sexual energy had been building all night and this was just the natural progression. She did have a big booty though. What a freaking wingman. I was at a neighborhood party. Smaller get together, 4 of my friends and 4 of the neighborhood girls. As everyone was going to sleep hooking up, I was with a girl on a couch in my buddy's living room. She wasn't my type. She goes, so truth or dare? As she starts cuddling up next to me. I said, up, you go first. She says, you're the guy, you should go first. I said, don't ladies always go first? That bought just enough time for my friend's mom to come home and kick everyone out. I was so happy, because I didn't have it in me to tell this girl no. I was going to give her a charity hookup. Then a year later, I got super drunk at another friend's party and made out with her in the bathroom immediately after losing my virginity to her friend. Weird night lol. If you want more of the best Reddit videos from this side of the universe, please subscribe.